Hello everyone, welcome to today's pick a card reading. So today we're going to be looking at what is your first date going to be like with your future spouse. I'm going to be asking what your future spouse's first impression of you will be, and maybe even like what you're wearing, if they bring flowers, something along those lines. Also, like, what's the setting? Where's the date going to take place? How will the date go? And will there be a kiss at the end of the night? 3 piles to choose from. If you feel like choosing more than one pile, feel free to do so. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble across this reading, it applies. So I'm going to be using several different decks today. What I'm going to be doing, though, is shuffling everything at the beginning and then selecting and getting those piles ready to go, so it saves a little bit of time, so you can skip the actual shuffling of the cards at the beginning and go straight into the reading. But if you want to watch me shuffle, go right ahead. I know some people like that, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into the shuffling. I'm going to be using these Stories Tarot, Soul Connections, Would You Hearts Meet Love Oracle cards, the Urban Tarot. I got this other deck called Symbolon, I guess is how you pronounce it, and it's just a bunch of, I don't know how to describe it. It's not actual like tarot or oracle cards, but it has symbolic pictures on it that you can kind of just take from it what you want, like whatever resonates with in the picture with you. So it's kind of a cool deck. I've never really seen anything like it. But and then the Romantic Tarot. So to start off with, the first question for the first pile, Spirit, is your future spouse's first impressions of you and what you might be wearing. Let's get 3 cards for pile number 1, Spirit. 3 cards for pile number 1. Future spouse's first impression. And that's 2, I believe. Yep. Let's get 1 more for pile number 1. 1 more for pile number 1. Spirit. Future spouse's first impressions. For some reason this one's calling to me. Let's do that. Okay. And then we'll do the same for pile number 2. 3 cards. Future spouse's first impressions of you. And what was the other question? I have all these written down. And what you're wearing. I'm also going to be looking at these cards too, because they're more modern, to see what the setting might be. So 3 cards, Spirit, for pile number 2. What somebody might be wearing, what their future spouse's first impressions of them might be. I also want this one. And 1 more, please, Spirit, for pile number 2. 1 more, please, for pile number 2. That's too many. I just need 1. And then 3 more for pile number 3. Future spouse's first impressions. What they might be wearing. The setting. All that fun stuff. Can you tell me about pile 3's future spouse's first impressions? Are they going to bring anything romantic to the date? Okay. Now, 1, 2, we're going to get 4 cards from, this is the Urban Tarot. I had already shuffled the Stories Tarot previously. I have not shuffled this one. I was playing with Stories Tarot for me earlier, and I shuffled it, and I reshuffled it before picking these cards. But I have not shuffled these. I like the pocket-sized editions cards because they're great for clarification. They're great for, they don't take up a lot of room, and they're cheaper. Okay. I need, oh, let's scoot these back down. I'll just pile them on top of each other. 4 of these, please. This is from the Urban Tarot. Where's the setting going to be, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile 1's first date with their future spouse? 3 more, please. First date with the future spouse. First date with the future spouse. Oh, I love that one. 1 more. First date with the future spouse. This one's calling me. Okay. 4 for pile number 2. First date. Future spouse. These 2. Need 2 more. First date with future spouse. First date with the future spouse, please. Spirit. Thank you. And then 4 for the pile number 3. First date with future spouse. And 2 more. One more. This one. Okay. Now with the symbolon for symbolism purposes. What can you tell me about pile number 1's first date with their future spouse? 3 cards, please. Pile number 1's first date with their future spouse. Three cards, please. And if you guys have any topics you want me to cover in future videos, let me know in the comments. Ooh, that came flying out for pile number 2. I need 2 more cards for pile number 2. And 1 more card for pile number 2. Thank you. Ooh, these are flying out. 3 cards for pile 3. Wow. So you actually got 4 cards. And you know what? I'm going to take them. There's a reason for that. Okay. And then this will be, how will the date go? So let's go ahead and shuffle through these. This is the Love Oracle cards, the Soul Connections Love Oracle cards. Ooh, these are not, I'm going to have to just turn around. There we go. Okay. I need 3 of these, Spirit. That one really wants to come out for pile number 1. 3 of these for pile number 1, please, Spirit. How will the date go? How will the date go for pile 2? Their future spouse. Wow. I don't know what it is about pile 2, but everything's moving quickly for pile 2. Oh, yep. Okay. And then 3 cards for pile 3. 3 cards for pile number 3. 3 3 cards for pile 3. And last but not least, will there be a kiss at the end of the night, Spirit? Let's look at the romantic tarot and find out. Okay. Will there be a kiss at the end of the night? Their pile 1's first date with their future spouse. Will there be a kiss, Spirit? Two more cards, please. Oops, okay. Will there be a kiss? Pile 2 at the end of the date. Will there be a kiss for pile 2 at the end of the date? A kiss for pile 2 at the end of the date. A kiss for pile 2 at the end of the date. One more card, please. Let's take this one. 3 cards for pile 3. Spirit, wait, there a kiss at the end of the date. There be a kiss at the end of the date. Keep having cards flip over, but I don't take flippers. I take jumpers. So will there be a kiss at the end of the date? Whoa, that's too many. I'm gonna take that one though. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into each of these piles. If you've already made your selection, of course, you can always pick more than one pile. But yeah, this is them. Let's jump in and see what each of them has to say. I'm really excited. All right, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and jump right in and see what's your first date going to be like with your future spouse. If you watched the pre-shuffle, you saw I pulled these cards. So let's go ahead and jump right in and find out what we've got. So the first thing we'll be looking at is your future spouse's first impression of you. Maybe like what you're wearing, you know, if they're going to bring you flowers, that sort of thing. Like I'll just see what I'm seeing. Then we'll be looking at what's the setting, where will the date take place, what will you guys be doing, how will the date go, and then will you kiss at the end of the night? Okay, so let's get started on these first cards. This is, okay, so we got Page of Wands. And we've got, oh, this is a bonus card in this deck. It's Stairway to Light. And so it's just like up for interpretation, essentially. Like, I always take it as like headed towards something great. And then we've got 4 of Swords. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull. We got the Hermit. So Virgo energy. Do I have room for all this? I think I do. We've got the 3 of Wands, I believe, in this deck, which also says Virtue on there. Then the Knight of Disc, the Gourmet Chef, which is the Knight of Pentacles. I love that we got this for the first date. Okay. And then the High Priestess. Okay. I associate this with the Pisces energy rather than Cancer, but some people will say Cancer because originally that's what it's associated with. But the moon rules Cancer in astrology, so I associate the moon card with Cancer and the high priestess with Pisces. Makes sense. Pisces is a bit more intuitive than Cancer, but they're both intuitive. So, okay, let's start with these. And then we'll pull the others. So, for the first impression, what you're wearing, I am seeing that there's something here about a very chill energy. I don't know what it is. Something about, like, with the Four of Swords, the Hermit, then the High Priestess taking a bath. Then we've got Virtue with the Three of Wands over here. I don't know. There's something about, like a rather low-key evening is what it feels like. So it feels like something very casual almost. Even though we've got the gourmet chef here with a steak dinner, it just feels like low lighting. Even on here you can see we've got low lighting, which feels really nice. But we've got low lighting with the candles on here. We've got the Hermit, which is pretty much, somebody in darkness. Looks like in a subway station. So it feels like it's going to be, in a city, but something about it just feels like low-key. I don't know how else to describe it. I do feel like your person's going to be excited to see you, though. Because that Page of Wands is all about enthusiasm, adventure. Stairway to Light is, I almost feel like them going up to your doorway to greet you. So that's interesting. You can actually see their hand is outspread. They've got a big smile on their face. I don't know, there's something here about they're really excited, but they're also kind of closed off. There's something here about being closed off. Now this could be you, because that Four of Swords, look at that energy. That's totally closed off. Like, oh, I just want to chill out, stay at home, watch some Netflix. But I don't feel like that's not what you guys are going to be doing. You guys aren't going to be chilling, watching Netflix on a first date. Sorry. Because Three of Wands is like expanding your horizons and kind of waiting for something to come towards you. And it's like something you've been waiting for. Maybe that's what it is. The Four of Swords is like a chill energy, waiting for something to happen, and then finally something is coming in. But yeah, it feels like this is a brand new person with that Page of Wands, but it feels like just a low-key evening. It almost feels as if somebody is closed off. I keep feeling like maybe it's more you than them, but it could be them. Where they could have been in hermit mode. They could have been single for a very long time. They could have been very closed off when it comes to love, because they've been hurt before. They've been waiting to find someone, and I feel like they're not putting all their cards on the table. They're not laying out their emotions. And again, this could be you. Take what resonates, but it feels very much like somebody is a bit closed off. Now, this could be both at the same time. It doesn't mean they're not excited, okay? They are your future spouse, after all. Let's be real. But it feels like they're trying to contain that. They're trying to be chill about it. They want to, like, wine and dine you, obviously. But, because, I'm seeing the candles and the low lighting and all that. But it feels like this has been a long journey for them for some reason, with that Hermit and the Three of Wands. It's like it's almost like an uphill battle. They've been trying to find someone and they haven't. So yeah, what I'm seeing is it feels very casual. It feels like you guys will be, I'm not talking like jeans and t-shirt casual. It feels like you will be wearing something a little bit more dressier than what you usually wear, because we do have that gourmet chef card here. So it does feel like you will be going out to a nice restaurant, and you will be under some sort of low lighting, and but it just feels very chill. It feels very relaxed. It doesn't feel uptight and like Michelin star restaurant or anything like that. No, it does feel like there's something here about just having a nice dinner. You know, I feel like it's just very nice and relaxed. So as far as like what you might be wearing, I'm seeing like, if you're a female, you could have like a, you know, a nice black dress or like a silky dress with some heels. If, you're a guy, you know, you're gonna wear, you know, like maybe like a button-down shirt and some slacks. It feels almost like you're going from the office into dinner, like right after work, almost like a Friday night instead of a Saturday night thing. But that's not for everyone. But it just feels just so casual. I think they're gonna be, I do feel like, even though they're excited to see you, it's almost like they want to reach out and touch you with that Stairway to Light. You know, they want to, they've been waiting for someone like you, right? With that Three of Wands. So it's almost like they want to reach out and touch you, but they can't do it, pile number one. Not on a first date. So I feel like they're going to be holding back. And I feel like they, you're almost like glowing to them. I almost see you as the doorway, them going up to you. And you having this bright glow. So I feel like whatever you're wearing, whether you're the one who's masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter as far as gender goes, but it feels like they just want to reach out and kind of touch you. It's like they want to get their hands on you. And I don't mean that in a creepy way. It just feels like you're glowing, and it's like that effect where people talk about how somebody walks in the room and like nobody else had this effect on them, you know, and they are the only person that they notice. They're like, oh, who's that? But nobody else in that room had that effect. So it's like a glow. It's like when souls connect, essentially. So I feel like you'll be glowing on the first date with your future spouse. Whatever it is you're wearing, they're going to think you look gorgeous or handsome. You know, I feel like it's going to be appropriate for going out to a nice meal, a nice restaurant. But again, they're going to be holding back. So, let's get some more cards. Find out anything else. Okay, so this looks like, so these are the Symbolon cards, and they're not technically tarot cards. They just have imagery on them. So this looks like the Ace of Cups to me. This also has Aquarius and Pisces on here. This looks like the Knight of Swords, Aries and Sag. And then we've got, I don't know. I mean, it has two people fighting. I wouldn't say that's Two of Swords, and I wouldn't say it's like Five of Wands, but somewhere in between. So maybe, and it's got Leo and Aries on here. So those zodiac signs could be significant. So let's see. Definitely with the Ace of Cups. Like I said, they're really into you. That is, in tarot, that is a new emotional beginning. It's like emotional messages, a new romantic encounter, connection, somebody wanting to offer you their heart, essentially, their cup of love, their emotions. And there's this energy where it's like I said, they're holding off. They want to rush in, I feel like, but something about it, they're holding off. They're fighting it. And I think they're afraid of getting hurt again, honestly. They could have been involved in a third-party situation previously, and that could have really taken a toll on their emotions and psychological health. And they went into that hermit mode. They've been waiting for someone that they can pour their heart out to, right? Give their heart to. And they really want to rush in. But look, this person looks exactly the same. So it's like they're fighting themselves. Yeah, it just feels like they're holding back. But again, remember, this is your future spouse. That doesn't mean that they don't like you on the first date. Because I know it's going to be one of those things where, you know, everybody questions that. Wonder if this is my person. Wonder if we'll get along. So I do feel like there is going to be some deep conversations with that Ace of, well, I'm calling it the Ace of Cups. It looks like an Ace of Cups to me. But I feel like there is going to be, you know, really deep conversations. I feel like at times it's going to be slow to start, but at times the banter between you two is going to actually pick up speed. And I feel like, you know, once you get more relaxed with each other, then that's when everything's going to start falling into place. It's going to be a lot easier to talk. It's like the anxiety has kind of subsided a bit, right? So, and that just makes me think of like deep emotions, deep conversations. So how will the date actually go? We've got the attraction card. Divine soul counterpart. Attraction transcends superficiality. Okay. That's always a good sign. Dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. Oh, told you they'd get pretty deep on this. And then admire. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. I'm also seeing these anchors on here, these anchor tattoos. So maybe there's something about, maybe that's symbolic for a lot of you. When I think of anchors, I think of, oh my God, I said earlier with the Three of Wands, waiting for their ships to come in. When I think of anchors, I think of anchors dropping so the ship can stay in place. Oh my God, okay. So, yeah, you're like their ship coming in. They've been waiting to find you. They've been waiting to find their person. And they want to play their cards right. They don't want to mess anything up. But they want you to be that anchor. They want you to kind of anchor down and be that person that is, you know, that actual ship they've been waiting on. I know that sounds like a weird analogy, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. I feel like you two are very attracted to each other. I told you they're very attracted with that Page of Wands and that Stairway to Light. And there's something here about you really admiring each other. I feel like there's certain traits that you two have that where you just kind of click with each other. And I feel like you're going to admire each other more once you share your dreams. I feel like, you know, I said there's going to be some deep conversations that are going to take place later into the date. I feel like you got to get those nerves out of the way. You got to get the anxiety out of the way. Once you get some food in your system, you kind of relax a little bit, then you're going to start, you know, getting past the usual surface level. What's your favorite color? How many brothers or sisters do you have? Or are you an only child? You know, have you always lived in this city or whatever it is? It's like once you get past those basic questions, then you start asking questions, the deeper stuff. Where do you see yourself 5 years? How about 10 years? Do you want to get married someday? Do you want, you know, because some people don't want that, but this is your future spouse, you know? Do you want to get married someday? Do you want to have kids? Where do you see yourself living in the future? What would be your dream life? It's like, what are your dreams? What is your dream career? What do you want to do with your life? Who do you want to be? And I feel like you guys are going to be getting so deep on this date about all of this. And I feel like once you start doing this, once you kind of crack each other open, that's when you're going to find all of these wonderful things you admire about each other. So, I love that. Let's get to the final part. Will you kiss at the end of the night? Okay. We've got what is this? The 10 of Pentacles. And then we've got the 5 of Swords. I love these mini decks because they're so easy to shuffle. And then we've got the King of Swords. I'm going to say it's very tempting that they want to kiss you, but the answer is no. And the reason I'm saying that is the King of Swords is somebody who's very, almost like emotionless. I said this, pile number 1. I don't want you to be disappointed. Remember, this is your future spouse again. But I said this person is so afraid of getting hurt that they are holding back. They want to make sure that they connect with someone. And it's not that they don't connect with you enough on this first date. They have been hurt before, right? So they want to make sure that they don't ever have to go in this hermit mode again. They want to find their person. That's the person they've been waiting for, right? And I think they'll feel a very strong connection with you. But again, they don't want to go all in all at once. They want to win with this Five of Swords energy. That is someone who wants to win at all costs. No matter, no matter what the process is going to be like, they have to have whatever it is they're going after. And for them, that's you. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is someone by the end of the night who sees marriage with you, a family, building a legacy together, building generational wealth. That's where those dreams come in. Ten of Pentacles is all of that. It's living a life of luxury. It's really building that beautiful life together. So much money that your kids don't have to worry about money. Your grandkids don't have to worry about money. It's like everybody's taken care of. You don't have to ever worry about walking in somewhere and looking at a price tag. You might even build a business with this person someday, and maybe that's part of the dreams that they share with you or that you share with them. But you can see how he's wanting literally to take her clothes off, but he's not. He's tempted, right? And she's giving him that side eye, like, okay, but he is doing it almost like it's behind her back. So it's like he wants to so badly. I said at the beginning, what did I say? That this person really wants to reach out and touch you. It's almost like, how close can I get to touching this person and get away with it without like freaking them out, And I don't think they're creepy at all, by the way. I just think that they feel such a deep connection with you that they're afraid that they're wrong, that they're going all in. It's like they're afraid they're being delusional, and they're not. It's your future spouse, but they don't want to screw anything up. So they want to just grab you and kiss you, but they're holding off. It's like, oh, can I just touch your clothes? And I'm seeing them like giving you a hug at the end of the night and holding off on those emotions. But that doesn't mean they're going to give up on you, because again, they're your future spouse. So yes, this is going to be interesting, but yeah, you guys will have to let me know how this goes. If this is someone you're seeing right now, if this is someone that you think is going to be coming in the future, it's just around the corner, let me know in the comments, pile number 1, because I'd love to hear from you. So those are all the messages I have for you about what your first day is going to be like with your future spouse. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump right in to your reading and see what the cards have to say about your first date with your future spouse. So, I'm going to start with, we're going to be answering different questions. What is your future spouse's first impression of you? Maybe like what you're wearing. Are they going to bring flowers? What I see in the cards for that. What's the setting? Where will the date take place? How will the date go? And will you kiss by the end of the night? So, let's go ahead and pull these first cards and see. We've got Ten of Swords, Six of Cups, the High Priestess. I associate this card with Pisces rather than Cancer, because I see Pisces as like a High Priestess, mystic, and the Moon actually rules Cancer in astrology, even though the Moon card in Tarot is supposed to represent Pisces. I switched them up, so I see it as Pisces, but some of you may see it as Cancer. Take what resonates, alright? Then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is works. I think that's what that says. Yes, works. At the bottom. Let me make sure these are all... And then we've got the Four of Pentacles with power. Okay. Then we've got Justice, Libra energy. Then we've got the Sun. which is Leo energy. Okay, let's start with these. So what I'm seeing, honestly, first impressions. I think this person will be really excited to see you, because I feel like if you're a woman, you're going to be getting dolled up, because you can see in the High Priestess, she's looking at herself in the mirror. But she's got all of this like nail polish, lipstick, it looks like makeup palettes down here, dresses in the background. Like, she's imagining what she could look like. And she's really dolled up with like all her jewelry, necklace, earrings, gloves on. She's going from kind of plain Jane to glitz and glam. So I feel like your future spouse, pile number 2, and this, you know, even though showing a woman on here, like, it doesn't matter, masculine, feminine, it feels like wherever you're going on your date, you're going to be dressed up. And, I feel like this could be where you two go out to a really nice place. Whoever this is, with work and power here, works and power, plus justice, this person could be actually in a position of power. And I'm getting someone who could be like a lawyer, a judge, somebody who owns their own law firm, or there's something about real estate here. Maybe like a real estate attorney or a realtor. Somebody who, you know, this is a city. It reminds me of like New York or something. But it's something about they have a lot of power. But with this justice card, you can see this person's wearing a badge. They could be in law enforcement. They could, I don't know, there's something here where they own their own business. Something where they have some sort of position of power. Okay? So, I'm seeing that this date will definitely take place at night. That's the vibe it gives me. It gives me like going out at night with the way she's getting dolled up. The power card is taking place at night. The justice card is also dark. Even the 10 of swords, he's like sitting in the dark and has a light on. But I feel like wherever you're going, it's going to be a really nice place. It's giving me like with someone who has this kind of a power and authority, somebody who would have money. So if you're getting dressed up to go out, it might be somewhere that is like 5-star, you know, Michelin starred restaurant, you know, it's very expensive. Let's put it that way. So I'm seeing that. I think they're gonna love whatever it is you're wearing, because I think you're gonna be very fancy schmancy, very beautiful, very handsome. It's almost like they're gonna be excited to see you. And I feel like wherever this is going to take place, there's going to be a lot of fun. Even though it may be, you know, a more high-end restaurant and stuff, it feels like maybe you haven't been to like a Michelin-starred restaurant before. Maybe that's kind of not what you're used to, but you're excited that you're getting to go somewhere that has this kind of food, because it's something you've never experienced before. And I just feel like there's something about you two just having a lot of fun that night, even if it is someplace a bit more serious, right? I feel like there might be someplace after the date. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. It just feels like with the 6 of Cups and the Sun, there's something here about having a childlike attitude. 6 of Cups can talk about children. You can see these two people, even though they're grown adults, are laughing and cutting up and having fun. Like, and then we've got the child here on the Sun. This person could actually have a child, or maybe you do. Or you'll end up having children with them because they are your future spouse. But they could already have a child when you meet them. But yeah, 6 of Cups and the Sun, it's giving me the energy that you two are just going to have so much fun together. This person makes you so happy with that Sun card. It's just going to be a very positive, uplifting time with this person. So I feel like there might be something you do afterwards. I'm not sure if it's like you go to this really nice restaurant and then you decide you want to go out somewhere else. Maybe go listen to some music somewhere. Maybe go to like a swanky club. I don't know. It's something where it might be a bit rowdier because of that Six of Cups. That's the energy it's giving me, but it brings a lot of pleasure. So like maybe you know of a band that's playing, or your person, your future spouse says, oh, hey, I'm a fan of jazz, or something. I'm just using this as an example. And this really great jazz band's playing. Do you want to go over there? They're going to be playing, you know, late tonight. We can maybe catch them after we eat dinner here. You know, and it might take you by surprise. And you're just like, yeah, sure, let's go. But you end up having like the best time. So I'm seeing it's like, it's just something that will bring out your inner child. And for a lot of you too, I feel like there's going to be a quick follow-up date as well, where you two are a bit more casual. I feel like the first date's going to be very formal and luxurious, and really they're trying to show off. But I think once they get to know you, you're going to have something a bit more casual in mind for the second date, because I'm looking at these people wearing all these casual clothes, and I feel like that one's actually going to be in the daytime. I know this is first date, but I want to throw it in there because I feel very strongly that that's going to happen. It could be like you two go out on a Friday night, okay? You go to this swanky restaurant, you go to see jazz band or whatever it is, or you go out to, like, hey, we should go check out that bar, that cocktail bar that they opened up on whatever street, and like, oh yeah, I heard about that, we should go check it out. And then they've got some little like band playing there, and it's, I don't know, it's just like a good vibe, good atmosphere kind of night. I don't know how else to describe it. But if you go on like a Friday night, let's say, instead of a Saturday, it feels like Saturday will be like the next date. Like it's that quick. Like, well, what are you doing tomorrow? I'd really like to see you again. And that's when it takes place during the day. Like maybe you have somewhere else, like you want to go grab brunch or something. That's the vibe it's giving me. So yeah, it feels like they're going to love what you're wearing. It's going to be a little bit formal when you two go out. But it does feel like there's something here about they really want to impress you, but they also are kind of like a kid at heart. They still want to have fun. Even if they're somebody in a position of power, they still want to have a good time. So let's get some more cards. We've got, these cards are the symbol-on cards, so they're not like actual tarot cards. They just have symbolic pictures. So we've got 3 people in this one. We've got a few people in the back. They're at a like marketplace. Looks like they've got some sort of game. That game where they have the what is it? It's like the nutshells. Is it like walnuts, acorns, something like that? And they have like the pearl underneath, and then they've got a stack of money right here. So they're playing games, right? What did I say? I can't show you this card. I'm gonna have to cover that up somehow. Let me get. This makes me think of the Empress. It is Taurus energy. You can see Taurus on here, Venus. So it makes me think of the Empress. This actually has on here, who is that? Virgo and Pisces. And then the last one, Leo and Scorpio, makes me think of the Magician. Again, they're not labeled like that. It's like whatever the symbols and the pictures are, that's how whatever you resonate with, basically. So, like I was saying, they're playing games. She's in luxury. Somebody's been manifesting this. Somebody's been concocting this. Honestly, sometimes when I think of Magician and like the brew or whatever, it feels like sometimes going to get drinks, even though I know that sounds weird, but So it makes me think of, actually I'm looking at this and it looks like a person inside the jar. What in the world? What would that mean? It literally, the flames are going too. It looks like the magician, like somebody is trying to, oh, things are heating up between you and a person. That's how I'm reading it. Not that they actually want to boil a person alive. That's kind of morbid. But I feel like it feels like somebody's been trying to manifest this. Maybe you've been trying to manifest this person. You've been trying to manifest someone who's very powerful and wealthy, who has everything going on for them. Maybe they've been trying to manifest you, both at the same time. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're trying to concoct the perfect person and bring them to life. But it also feels like there's a fire lit underneath that. So again, it feels like they are really excited to be around you, but things could get very fiery. But it just feels more like a magician energy. They really want this. They want this to happen. They want to kick things into gear. And again, Empress, she's surrounded by food, luxury, dipping her toe in the little bath here, right? And so that goes back to what I was saying about the restaurant, going to the Michelin star restaurant, eating good food, and getting dressed up, right? That Venus energy, it matches with this High Priestess in this card anyway, that she's getting dressed up to go out. That's some sort of fancy dinner. And then with these people right here, they're playing a game for money. And honestly, it's interesting because we've got 3 people here and we've got the 3 of Pentacles here. So it kind of reminds me of that because they've got the coin stacked up. But it goes back to that childlike energy where you want to have fun. So, I feel like for the majority of you, it's going to be a fun date. It's just, I feel like it's going to take you by surprise. At first, you are, expecting this very fancy date, kind of stiff almost, but like you're going to roll with it, right? And then it's going to turn into something more fun, something where you guys have a good time. And especially the next day. I'm also seeing, because we have like tents in the background with like a market set up, some of you, like the next day, or whenever your second date is, which feels, like I said, very soon after, it feels like you guys could be going somewhere like an outdoor market, some sort of, I don't know, like a fair, or somewhere, like maybe in a festival. I don't know. There's something about this where you two are going and enjoying something outdoors. You can see this kid is outside. They've got some green shrubs in the background here. And then they're at an outdoor marketplace. So there's something about being outdoors and having fun. Some of you, this could be like a carnival. It looks like kind of like the carnival tents. So it could be something like that where they have games and prizes. It's just like, again, being a kid again. Because a lot of adults only go if they need to take a child. And if that person has a child, maybe that's something they want their child to go to and they want you to come with them. So let's see, how will the date go? We've got openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. Trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. Okay. And then recognition. The divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. This goes back to manifesting and trying to find that person. It feels like they're trying to manifest you. You're trying to manifest them. You're looking for signs and synchronicities and miracles where, you hope the universe will step in and help you meet this person. But it's going to take a lot of trust, not only in the universe, but also in once you find this person, hoping that it's actually going to turn out the way you wanted it to, that it's actually your person. But again, with the openness, it makes me feel like you gotta be a bit more open-minded. Maybe this person isn't your usual type. Maybe there's something here about it's almost like you're trying to control the outcome of the situation. And I feel like this is the universe's way of just saying, go with the flow. Be more open. Let the universe guide you in the direction you're meant to be going in. And you need to have trust not only in the universe, but also in this person. Having faith that everything's going to work out the way it should. It may be something that you struggle with or they struggle with, but I do feel like you are manifesting them and they're manifesting you, and you're looking for those signs and synchronicities. We've got the Four of Pentacles again with power here. Okay. We've got the Knight of Swords. All right. And then we've got the Ten of Cups. So, will they kiss you by the end of the night? I feel like it's a yes. It's interesting because pile number 1 for me was a no. They were holding off. I would say they'd hold off with this Four of Pentacles. That can be a very closed off energy. I feel it's a more reserved energy for this person, not completely closed off. Because it's funny, we've got Four of Pentacles, but we've got openness here. It's like almost the exact opposite. I do feel like they will open up to you on this date. But again, it feels like they're not as closed off. They're just very reserved. Very ladylike, gentlemanly. You know, they're trying to make a good first impression. And they're kind of sussing you out. But I feel like by the end of the night, you two will have a lot of fun together. I feel like they're going to go for it with the Knight of Swords here. That is a very fast-moving knight. Okay? And then Ten of Cups is an energy of a Disney happily ever after. This is like, I see my future with you. And of course you would, because it's your future spouse, you know? But I see my future with you. I want that happy marriage. I want that house with the white picket fence, or whatever that means to you. It could be a penthouse in London or New York City, or it doesn't matter. Everybody has a different Disney happily ever after. It could be a cabin in the woods in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you know, like, they see that ending with you. They see that forever with you. They see kids, and they've got pets. You can see actually the cats. He's actually playing the flute for the cats down here, right? So this person could definitely have a cat. You could have a cat. They could be an animal lover. There's animals on here. There's goats. And this guy is admiring from in the distance, right? So, I feel like they're going to be a bit more open by the end of the date. And that you'll be admiring them. I feel like in the start, they're going to be admiring you. By the end, you're going to be admiring them. Okay? And you two are going to see that Ten of Cups in each other. That happily ever after. The total emotional fulfillment. So yes, I do think by the end of the night, they are going to want to kiss you. I'm going to say, though, I don't feel like it's going to be a full-blown make-out session. I do feel like with that Four of Pentacles, they're still very reserved. They're keeping it, again, gentlemanly, ladylike, however you want to, whatever you resonate with. It just feels like they're going in and they're going to go in for like a quick kiss and maybe linger a little bit and then pull away. It's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be hands all over each other, make out session, okay? They're keeping it very, very formal, almost, very reserved. That's the energy they have. They have that CEO boss energy. This is like emperor energy to me. That's what it feels like. But I feel like they're going to loosen up more by the second date that you guys have. So, those are all messages I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. I love this for you. It seems like it's going to be an interesting night with your future spouse. And then from there on out, of course, it's going to be even more fun. So, you'll have to let me know in the comments if this resonated. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading and see what the cards have to say about your first date with your future spouse. Just a reminder, we're going to be looking at your future spouse's first impression of you, maybe like what you're wearing, if they're going to bring you flowers, whatever the cards say, you know. What's the setting going to be like? Like, where are you going to have the date? Where's it going to take place? How will the date go? Will you kiss at the end of the night? Let's find out. First up, we've got the 8 of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Alright. Lots of fire energy. The 10 of Coins. Awesome. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Get an interesting message from this. Oh, and then we've got 6 of Cups with pleasure. Ooh. Okay. Then we've got Princess of Cups, the costume designer, which is actually Page of Cups in this deck. We've got Capricorn energy, the Devil. Ooh, okay. Jeez. Then we've got Debauch, which is 7 of Cups. Okay, alright. I'm going to go ahead and pull the... I've been waiting for the Symbolon cards, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them just to see. Because none of these are actually tarot cards. They're just symbolic images that are similar to tarot, but they're not exactly the same thing. So, to me, this kind of looks like the Fool. There's a turtle there. About to step in the fire. Uh-oh. And then we've got this. I'm not sure what that is. Somebody's being comforted by this person here. Okay. Okay. And then we've got somebody trying to pull a sword out of the stone. Also, there are zodiac signs on these cards. Aries, Aquarius. Cancer, Gemini. Aries, and Capricorn. So we got Capricorn again. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let me make sure everything is in focus. And then we will jump right in. See what their first impression of you is like. I think everything's in. Yes. This is an interesting message. This isn't going to resonate with everybody. Pile number 3. But this could be somebody you already know. And I'm saying that because 10 of Coins, they're sitting around the table. That's usually family. Now, most people who go on dates with their future spouse, they're not going to meet the family for the first time. Let's be real here. This is somebody that they would already be in communication with the 8 of Wands. I'm going to be honest. This feels like this is going to be someone who, and a lot of you are not going to like this message. This is somebody who you have had a fling with. You have, it's like you had a crush on this person, they had a crush on you, things got hot and heavy, and yeah, y'all hooked up, okay? Because we got Devil and we've got Pleasure here. We've also got Debauch, like debauchery, with the 7 of Cups, like you two had options, right? Or they had options, and you were one of them. 8 of Wands is usually a lot of messages coming in at the same time, lots of text messages, and yeah. And Knight of Wands is usually F-boy energy. So I'm just throwing this out there. This is somebody that definitely is somebody that you will end up hooking up with. You will mess around with. I feel like both of you could have options. I'm going to be honest. But I feel like it's more so them with the Devil and the 7 of Cups side by side. Also, I'm looking at this lady right here who looks like she's really upset. And this, whatever this is, it almost looks like some sort of Greek god, angel or something is trying to comfort her. And the sky is dark, the moon. is almost a new moon. So it's almost like, and then somebody's about to step into a fire and get burned. We all know about getting burned, right? And then somebody's trying to pull the sword out of the stone, but they're not worthy enough, right? We know that story as well. It feels like with all of this, it feels like this person is going to be someone you're hooking up with. And that would make sense, because if it's someone you've known for a while, like you've run in the same circles, the same friends groups, you know each other's families or something like that. Like you've been around their family, they've been around your family, but like you've been in the same friend group, you've just been hooking up on the side. That would make sense. So I feel like this is going to eventually progress. I feel like almost that this is such a side message from the actual reading, but I have to deliver it. It feels like you really like this person. You fell for this person. They're the devil energy, right? And you got burned by him. You got really upset about it. I feel like they're going to come back and try to make amends, okay? And when doing that, it's like they've realized that they have all these options, but they don't really want all those options. Oh, I just realized I had an extra card. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that. Oh, this was oh yeah, I forgot this one had an extra card. So here's the extra one. I just happened to look down because I was thinking we only got 3. That actually, this is Aries energy. Makes me think of Emperor, but with this person back here in the sky, it makes me think of like 5 of Swords, like I'm not going to give up. Interestingly, this guy's trying to pull out a sword, and this one has one pulled out already. So, again, it feels like somebody who they might have told you that they weren't really looking for anything, whatever that spiel is, and it really hurt you. It kind of broke your heart. You realized you messed up. You stepped into that fire. You got yourself burned. It was fun, right? But it wasn't something that they wanted to begin with. I feel like you could have cut them off. And, that could have been awkward if it was the same friends group, but I feel like you cut them off, and then they come in with a flurry of messages. They want to see you again. I feel like you might be hesitant about that at first. I feel like they're going to have to prove themselves to you, since that guy's trying to, pull the sword out of the stone, and this guy here is like determined to go forward and conquer. It just feels as if they know they messed up, okay? And I feel like the first date that's coming in is going to be them coming in and messaging you. There's a target here, and you're the target, and they're trying to hit that bullseye, right? They're going to come in, say, let me make amends. I do feel like you will be happy about this, because I'm looking at this costume designer, Princess of Cups, Page of Cups, and she's like really giddy. She's making a dress for the ball, right? She's happy. So I feel like, this is going to be something where, they'll come back, you'll get dressed up, and so you two can go out. Now, you could be, meeting with their family. There could be a family event where they want you to go to. But with her having this ball gown, this makes me think there's some sort of event that is just something really nice where you have to dress up. This could be, a family wedding. This could be, or one of the friends' weddings. This could be, maybe depending on their work, they're having some sort of office party or event. And it's something where everybody dresses up. Now, if none of that applies, it's just something where you're going to go out for drinks. You're going to go out for a lot of food. I'm seeing lots of like cups and drinks and stuff. So it feels like there's food, there's drinks. There's something here about going out and having a good time. Page of Cups energy can be Because pages are messengers. It can be like, new romantic messages, right? And that would go well with that Eight of Wands. So it feels like this person is going to have you, or ask you to go with them and, come and get you and all that. But it feels like you already know them. And so it feels like whatever the event is something where you do get to dress up, or whatever the, for the restaurant, for the date. What else? It feels like they will like your outfit. I feel like they know they messed up and they're coming after you. So they do like you. Obviously, this is your future spouse. But they're going to make amends, essentially. That's what it is. They know they hurt you. They don't want to go through that again, and neither do you. So yeah, I feel like they're going to come in and kind of sweep you off your feet a bit. I do feel like this person's a bit very fiery, okay? Fire and earth is what's coming through to me. And they could kind of, they could be very adventurous, want to sweep you off your feet. It can be a lot all at once. I feel like they're just trying to make up for what they did. So, I do feel like they will love whatever you're wearing. I feel like they're going to compliment you. I almost feel like they're just going to kiss your ass. I'm going to be honest. That's the energy I'm getting. So what is the setting? Where will the date take place? Again, I talked about an event. Someplace where there's a lot of drinks. And maybe y'all have margaritas. Maybe you'll have wine. But there's a lot of food. Just a lot of, like, people around is what it feels like. So it feels like, again, it feels like an office party, some sort of event where you get dressed up. I don't know, that could be different for everybody, but that's what it feels like. So yeah, let's go ahead and see about how will the date go. We've got commitment. So commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Nice. Okay, and these people on here in that ring, I was trying to see. He looks like he's wearing some, like, Hawaiian shirt or something. Interesting. Now, it says something about margaritas, too. So, maybe this is, I don't know. This is interesting. Definitely somewhere fun. That's what it feels like. Definitely somewhere fun. Okay, then we've got telepathic. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So you guys definitely have a telepathic bond. This could be like finishing each other's sentences. This could be, you could look at this person and it's like you know exactly what they're thinking without having to say any words. They don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. You can read each other like a book. And you have this kind of, it's almost like where you could be thinking about them and they're thinking about you at the same time, and then suddenly you get a text message from them, and vice versa. So again, I feel like this is going to end up with commitment, definitely. But I feel like there's that energy where it's gonna take some time, and then look, of course, it's your future spouse. A marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blending together. Yeah. So I do feel like this is something you two will be talking about. Like, how will the date go? I feel like you two will be discussing, what has been happening since you haven't been in each other's lives. And I feel like they're going to bring up the topic of, like, commitment, maybe even marriage, that they couldn't get you off their mind. Right? Telepathy, they couldn't get you off their mind. I do feel like they're just going to entertain the idea, right? Or see if you'll entertain the idea. But it just feels like they're kind of feeling you out almost. Like, will you actually go for this? Is commitment something you want? I mean, like, yeah, I know I hurt you. I'm sorry. Is commitment on the table? Do you see a future with us together? I feel like you two are gonna, go pretty deep on this. If you're talking about commitment in marriage, and I feel like it's going to be one of those nights where you start to question where this is going to go, you know, because you don't want to waste your time on them again, right? Nobody wants to waste their time on someone like that. So you want to make sure that you are making the right choice, like giving them a second chance. And I feel like talks of marriage will come up. I do. I feel like that's how the date's going to go. It's going to be a lot of apologizing. I feel like they're going to kiss your ass. And then that feels like they are going to propose commitment. I feels like they want to take it to the next level with you. Now, some of you, this person, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm picking up that this person, because there is a ring here, okay? This person could have felt so bad and realized what an idiot they were, you know, losing you from their life, that they actually go out and get you a ring. That's not going to be for everyone, but that is something I'm seeing here. I feel like they, you know, they're entertaining the idea, but they're trying to put those feelers out to see how you feel about it. Would you consider committing to them? Would you take it to the next level and, you know, get married to them? So, I feel like it's going to be that kind of situation where you're just going to, you know, get together, have some good food, have some good drinks, you know, have a good time, but they're determined to make things better. They want to correct their issues and how they treated you. So we've got, let's see, will there be a kiss by the end of the night? Knight of Pentacles. We've got, what is this? The World. And then we've got Strength, which is Leo energy. Honestly, I'm going to say no. Because Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Even though you guys will be talking about commitment, marriage, and all that, you don't trust them fully. I know it's your future spouse, but remember, this is the first date with them. You don't trust them fully after the way they treated you, okay? Knight of Pentacles is somebody who needs a plan of action. The horse isn't even moving. Usually isn't on any of the decks. Usually that knight has to stop and figure things out first. Has to create a plan of action before moving forward. The World is the end of something, like a cycle is ending so a new one can begin. Although sometimes it can talk about achievement and, you know, success or accomplishment. But with this Strength card here, this guy is trying to move this. He's literally pulling as hard as he can on this woman in this lion statue by himself. It's like he's pulling the weight by himself. So nothing's moving. These people are holding up the world. And he's trying to move this woman in this lion statue by himself. So it feels like I keep hearing the weight of the world is on your shoulders, even though both of this couple is, it's like they have the world on their shoulders for their kid. So you could end up having a kid with this person. But what I'm seeing is, it's almost like you're the Knight of Pentacles. You're unmoving because you still don't trust them. Okay? They are trying to get you to budge, get you to move, and you're not doing it. You are not doing it. And I think they feel that weight of the world. They feel like that heavy energy where they can't really get you to move. And they're trying to do it alone, right? They're trying to get you to come towards them. And it's like you're not doing it. I feel like it's going to take time, and I feel like there's going to be some sort of, like I said, plan of action that needs to take place for you two to actually be together, honestly. Because it feels like you're not ready to jump in as quickly. I feel like deep down you want that commitment, you want that marriage, but you, again, after the way they treated you, you're not sure if you can trust them. You have to make sure that they prove themselves to you before they, before you actually make any sort of commitment, and let alone a marriage. But you're not budging, and they're trying to get you to budge, and you're not budging. So no, I feel like by the end of the night, you're not going to do it. You are standing your ground. Good for you. Because I feel like almost, it's like you feel if you give in to them, they're going to go right back to treating you like shit. Let's be real. And you don't want that. So I feel like you're putting up boundaries, healthy boundaries, and you are going to test them. You're going to make sure that they show you that they actually want to fight for you, right? But I feel like after the date's over, no. You may have talked about commitment and marriage, and you still have that great bond with them, but you haven't forgotten how they treated you, and that's more important. So yeah, by the end of the night, no. Definitely not moving to meet them halfway. So those are all the messages I have for you, pile number 3, about your first date with your future spouse. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.